What's up, everybody? It's Artie here with Bomber Breaks, and I've got for you right now Bowman Chrome HTA Choice Baseball. Pick your team at number 3. That is a 12-box full case break. Thank you so much for jumping in and appreciate those. Grab those fillers. Todd, I read your comment when I was doing the little intro screen, and I definitely gave it an LOL on that one, so that's funny. We've got the Boston Red Sox down to the Washington Nationals. 3 plus a 3. We're going 6 clicks. After 6, we've got the Pittsburgh Pirates down to the Chicago Cubs. Pirates to Cubs, very good. And my participants in the filler, it's Daryl with the first spot, Mojo down to Yutaka, who closed it out. Thank you all so much for jumping in, and good luck here. 3 plus a spin and 4 are going to be 7 clicks. And after 7 times, we've got Mark down to John. Sort you guys alphabetically by team name. That is Yutaka with the Boston Red Sox and John with the Chicago Cubs. Mike has the Chicago White Sox and Daryl with the Colorado Rockies. We've got Robert with the Detroit Tigers, and Mike's got Kansas City, Philadelphia Phillies. And then that's Mark in there with the Pittsburgh Pirates. I've got Mike with the Cardinals and the Rangers. And then Charles with the Blue Jays, and Roger with the Nationals. All right, let's get the full pick your team up on the screen. You bet the Raiders, Russ? Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. All right. Sorry about that. Let's get the full picture team up on the screen. Oh, that would be... Yeah, I heard those were really expensive, to go. But man, the Raiders, I'm shocked that you bet the Raiders after they beat the Browns. I feel like did you just like don't realize that the Browns were actually like that's a pretty good win for them, that their defense was good enough to do that to us, that like Jimmy G shouldn't have been an issue. Although granted that game was really close, but I had a big parlay on that game actually. Steelers money line, Josh Jacobs under rushing, Josh Jacobs over receiving, and George Pickens over receiving, 50% boosted. Boom. I don't blame you. If I had I took Najee Harris in the first round, several teams last year, and it was the worst thing. I've never seen a running back just get smashed in the backfield more times than he did, and it didn't seem much difference against the Browns. And yeah, Pickens is really good. I think Freiermuth is decent, right? Gotta look at the bright side. I was laughing hysterically. I had these and that parlay was also under 43.5. So kicking that field goal stayed under, and it was just hilarious. Oh, absolutely, Jordan. I will be there in full effect for that game. Yeah, it should be a great one, man. I'm excited. I'm excited. There's always a lot of Baltimore fans there. It can get a little rowdy. Especially I sit way up at the top, so you tend to get more of the other team's fans there, right? Just because the tickets are a little easier to get tickets. But yeah, it could be a big game. It's gonna be an interesting division this year. Because you know, since he's gonna probably make a run if they get everybody healthy, they'll probably, they're gonna beat most of the bad defensive teams they play just on the fact that they can get it done, like the Rams. But thanks, man. I mean, historically, Lamar has always given us a lot of trouble, and we've got some decent, linebackers to try to deal with him now with JOK, but he just always hurts it, but we'll be seeing. I was sad about JK too. I feel like every year the Ravens somehow find themselves in the 4 committee running back situation, despite their best efforts not to. This is just get hurt instantly. As you guys know, there's gonna be little slider boxes inside. I've contemplated before taking everything out at once, but I just decided I don't like it, and we'll just do it one pack and slider box at a time. Oh, we got an exact score from Todd, predicting a 27-13 Brownies win. I will say, Todd, you were high on the Browns from the beginning, so I know it's not just hot air you're blowing here, but I know he's so good too. That's a thing to be he hasn't gotten that chance to just be the man because he's so good. He was yeah. I believe it is Brownies minus 2.5 or 3, depending on where you're looking at it right now. But anybody out there got good prospecty baseball knowledge? I wish I can't BS you, Robert. I don't know. Just similar. I mean, I've got a list of the super top guys. I don't think there's any Tigers on that particular list, but I mean the list of guys is only 8, so there's probably a lot of other decent chases amongst them. I know that was one of the most disappointing situations in my entire life. I was so sad. There are a lot of people going to that game, and granted, in hindsight, going to that game would have been emotionally disturbing for me, but yeah. Oh man, I'm sad that I didn't realize that you were that Ross just said his friend. He didn't specify. Oh man. You know what though? There'll always be more Browns Steelers games, so we will. I'm bound and determined to make that happen. Not maybe on Monday night, but then again, might actually make life a little easier transportation-wise to do a normal game. All right, folks. I've got a good one for you. A little chat mojo. Oh for what? First auto out, Baltimore. Oriole Joey Ortiz. There we go, Jordan. I think it was 40.5 last I saw for the Ravens-Browns game. Joey Ortiz here. Number 95 prospect, so he's a top 100 Baseball America prospect. I like that. It was just pure devastation for me. Pure devastation. Up next for the Tampa Bay Rays, first Bowman autograph of Brett Wisely. And that's always good to get the first one because I feel like, man, we got a good chance to get at least 2 then. Now the live line just jumped to 1.5, maybe 2 even with the push. Brett Wisely first there. Tampa Bay taken out right by Brian. Let's go, Mike. For you, how about a first Bowman autograph? San Diego Padre Ethan Salas out of 299. There he is. Let's go. What a start to the break. There he is. We gotta prove it more. I think the Bengals game was slightly impressive, but the weather was there. Pittsburgh offense is rough, and Tennessee's offense is rough. If we got Baltimore and then a bye, and then San Francisco. If we can stifle San Fran, then I would say I'm gonna take San Francisco 1. I might still put Dallas 2 and maybe Brownies 3, but they are very good. They are very good. I just realized too that I have the autofocus on, although it kind of looks good with this stuff. There he is, guys. 184 out of 299. Most consider him the #1 chase in this year's Bowman. Top international prospect for 2023. Congrats again, Mike. San Diego taking it outright. There he is. At home. We got him at home coming off our bye. It's the best possibility that you can hope for. West to East, 1 o'clock game. They are not off their bye. I don't think. Todd, what do you think about the Lillard trade? Next up, it's Chicago Cub Ludwig Espinoza. Cubbies, John, that is yours. Filler team hit. Ludwig Espinoza. Cubs. Let's see what it says here. Number 14 prospect, the 2023 international signing by, very good. 28th overall by Fangraphs. Very nice there. That's a good hit, John. Sounds like first Bowman of Espinoza. We've got a cool looking here. It's 134 out of 150. Luis Reyes, White Sox. Mike, filler team is yours. Luis Reyes. All right. I can never make it through a break on the autofocus because it just drives me crazy. Luis Reyes out of 150. And behind that, for the Toronto Blue Jays, it's Yasver Zoleta. 3 out of 50 in the gold. Fifth-ranked Blue Jays prospect. Earned 3 promotions. The pitcher there, nice hit. 3 out of 50. Charles, that is yours. Thank you. I always love talking to you, Todd, because, yeah, it was just like, wait, what? You got back what? What? Like, somehow I feel like the Suns somehow got a better deal than the... Zoleta there out of 50. We'll start replacing some of these base ones on the back row as we go. Oh, that's right. I love getting all these little pads, too, to help wipe down the brake pad. Like a 2029 pick? Like, what? I guess the only question is, like, does Dame's defensive liabilities hurt Milwaukee along, you know, I don't think his offensive probably makes up for it. But here we've got a man I've hit several times in this part, Leonardo Bernal, first Bowman. St. Louis, Mike, another one for you, filler. Leonardo Bernal. Next up, it's New York Yankee, Jesus Bastidas. New York, in this one. Brian, that is you. Rated second on a Somerset team in homers. Jesus Bastidas, first Bowman, New York. And we're going to go back to the San Diego Padres. It's Spence Kaufman. 148 out of 499. Another one for Mike and his Padres. Some fierce eye black work going on there on the Spence Kaufman. 499. Down to just 4 spots, guys, in the Spectra Basketball half-case filler. We have Flawless filler and Immaculate Baseball filler as well. Several other breaks open for tonight. We got memorabilia and all kinds of good stuff. Random teams, BYTs. Use that discount code. The more teams we get go, the more breaks we can flip to fillers, the more we can do. Still got plenty of time before the Bay and can break as long as we need to tonight. Luis Guanipa here for the Atlanta Braves. Atlanta Brian, that is yours. Luis Guanipa. And we've got a cool one here. It's Felnin Celestin. That's another boom for the Seattle Mariners. That's going to be another one for Mike. We are hitting the guys in this one. 46 out of 99. Let's go. Man, we're not even halfway through, and we're just finding some really top guys. I kind of had a feeling the last case we did was just a little bit lacking and a lot of duplicates, so I felt like just the odds were in our favor here. Felnin Celestin, that is such a nice looking car, a little green kind of color accentuating with the Mariners, if I could talk. Oh, that is sweet. Number 2 prospect in the international signing class. That's right, Mike. You got the number 1 and the number 2 prospects. Oh, wow. All right, we can do better than Joey Ortiz. We're gonna have to make some space here. Holy cow. Next up for the Fish, it's Paul McIntosh. 99 out of 250 for Bowman purple. Miami, Brian. Paul McIntosh. I mean, you're downgrading your point. I guess you really got to believe in DeAndre Ayton, right? You have to be thinking to yourself that Ayton is a substantial upgrade from Nurk, right? To do that and feel good about it. I mean, no, I think Holiday is a better all-around player. He's a very, very plus defensive player. Yeah, I do like Holiday, but what else did they get, right? I mean, they downgraded from Lillard to Holiday, and they swapped. I guess they upgraded from Ayton to Nurk, but Ayton's proven to be a disappear guy. So I don't know. Chris Newell. But hey, there's no wrong opinions. There's no wrong opinions. Drew Holiday is a very good player, and I heard they're probably gonna flip him, right? Because they got Scoot now, and they got Shaden Sharp, but they don't need more ball handlers. Todd, always going strong. Chris Newell there, Dodgers. LA in this one. Mike, another one for you. Here we've got Griff McGarry. See, okay, I wouldn't go as that far. I guess I thought it was a poor trade, but I mean, yeah, you're downgrading from Lillard to Holiday, you're upgrading from Nurk to Ayton, I guess, but yeah, Damon Giannis, Middleton, Brook Lopez. I know some Cavs fans are pretty sad, feeling like our chances went down quite a bit. Another one from Mike there in the filler. And tell me this isn't our guy. Come on. Oh, I just thought it was. I know. It's Jarrell Ortega. That's a nice looking sig. First Bowman in the green, 98 out of 99 for the Minnesota Twins. And Brian. Jarrell Ortega out of 99. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe not. Like, probably no. Like in the regular season, maybe when it matters most, probably not. I don't know. Ayton has more growth potential, I would say, but you know, maybe he really hated Phoenix, right? So like, maybe if he's recommitted and he likes Scoot and Shaedon Sharpe, I don't know. I'm trying to look at it as. They give up little, right? Where did they end up going to Phoenix for bench depth? All right, continuing on in box number 6, we've got Cleveland Guardian Victor Izturis. Cleveland Victor Izturis here. Matt, that is yours. Congrats. One for the tribe as we have Tito's last home game tonight. Victor Izturis, first Bowman. Behind that, it's going to be Oakland Athletic. Brennan Malone. Brennan Malone first. Oakland taken outright by Roger. Brennan Malone. I mean, if they could have somehow gotten, you know, Martin and Hero maybe, but... Right, so it's like if most of us are in agreement that we like probably Nurk more than Ayton, then it is a really bad trade. Then you downgraded your center position, you downgraded your point guard position, you got very few future assets, you got 129 first rounder. He is a great fantasy player. Here's another one for the Marlins. Miami is Brian. It's Ronald Hernandez, 326 out of 499. All right, halfway through. Right. No, I don't disagree. I thought that was some of the weirdest parts. Yeah, was like they did give away some side piece young guys that just didn't make any. It just didn't make a lot of sense to me. All right, so next up, I've got first Bowman autograph of Amari Daniel. Murray Daniel there, Minnesota Twins. Brian? Next up, I've got a Cincinnati Red hit as we try to spread them around a little bit. This one going to Eddie. It's Trey Faltine. Trey Faltine. And behind that, for the Atlanta Braves, it's Jair Casanova. That's a pretty cool name there, Braves. Jair Casanova. 357 out of 499. I like that sig, too. Hey, what up, Speedo? No. They're in here. I was saving them for you. Although I told Alan that last time and it completely blew up in my face, so I'm hoping they're in here. All right, this has got Jacob Milton, Houston Astros. Next hit going to Brian. B. Gill, Jacob Milton, base ink. Next up, it's New York Yankee Hans Montero. Hans Montero, first Bowman. I don't know what it is, just by the way he looks. I feel like this kid's gonna be really good. He just looks like he's locked in already. Hans Montero, 5'11" shortstop. Yankees. And Brian. Behind that, pretty cool looking color matching Joey Estes. First Bowman green, 76 out of 99. Oakland A's, Roger. Oh, you don't. They were in the filler. Okay, you don't have them. Okay, I'm off the hook a little bit on the Sox then. Although I know Taka's like, no, you're not. Give me a Sox hit. Next up, we've got a New York Metropolitan for Todd. First Bowman of Blade Tidwell. Blazers and Azers, all kind of Azers here. That's Blade Tidwell. First Bowman. E3-rated Mets prospect according to MLB Pipeline. There you go. Base Blade Tidwell. First Bowman Inc. Next up for the Arizona Diamondbacks, it's a Demetrio Crasantes. Demetrio Crasantes, Diamondbacks. Kai, that is yours. First Bowman of Demetrio Crasantes. Fourth ranked Diamondbacks prospect. I'm gonna have to do some multiplication here. we still got 9+ autos, right? Man, I tell you though, if anybody needs a Leonardo Bernal, just buy the Cardinals and any Bowman I do, and I feel very confident I can find you at least one Leonardo Bernal purple 138 out of 250. Mike, that is you, filler. Oh, that's right. Yeah. It was it got a surprise intercept in Pittsburgh. All right, continuing on, we've got another Arizona Diamondback. It's Junior Franco. First Bowman, Arizona. Kai, another one for you. Junior Franco. Next up, a little Candy Gomez. Houston Astros. Houston here is Brian. Big kill. Oh, I put the teams up there. I never put the teams up there that way. What am I doing? I usually flip them, but oh well. We call it the Chris style. Kenny Gomez, first Bowman. And behind that, it's going to be Royber Salinas. Royber Salinas, first Bowman, 193 out of 299. Ninth ranked Braves prospect there for Brian. Daniel Mateo here for the Texas Rangers. Another one for Mike in his filler spots. Daniel Mateo, first Bowman autograph. Rangers. Next, I've got Freddie Michel, or Mikel, or Michael. I'm going to choose to pronounce it like Sonny Michel. Freddie Michel there, first Bowman. Minnesota Twins. Brian. And behind that, I've got one for the Kansas City Royals. Mike, it's Jack Pineda. Filler team there, 189 out of 499. Jack Pineda there, Kansas City. All right, last one. Come on. We're going to try to prove, yeah, those are like the number 1 and number 2 guys. So it's hard. It is hard to move that, but hey, I got a chance here, right? Let's find one of these other guys on my list. All right, next up, it's Milwaukee Brewer Robert Moore. Oh, I think I bumped the camera. Hold on a second. Let me... Yeah, 1 second. Oh, it's back on the autofocus. That's what happened. Okay. Main camera. Robert Moore there. Next up, I've got Griff McGarry, first for the Phillies. May have been a second one of him. Mike. Griff McGarry. Sounds like a video game. And the very last one here, it's going to be Chris Newell. Chris Newell, LA Dodgers. Brian and Mike cleaning up in this one. 63 out of 499. Chris Newell, LA Dodgers, first. All right, it was a pretty darn boomy number 3 here, the HTA. All autographs, of course. We've got to recap it. Chris Newell out of 499. Griff McGarry, Robert Moore, Jack Pineda out of 499. Freddie Michelle, Daniel Mateo, Royber Salinas out of 299. Kenny Gomez, Junior Franco, Leonardo Bernal out of 250. Demetrio Cristantis, Blade Tidwell, and Joey Estes out of 99. All right, see you, Jordan. Go Browns. Hans Montero, first Bowman there. Jacob Melton, Jair Casanova, Trey Valtine, Omari Daniel, Ronaldo Hernandez, Brendan Malone, Victor Estores, Spence Coffin. The under came in after I set the live line, too. First autograph out, and then Griff McGarry, Chris Newell, Paul McIntosh out of 250, purple, Joey Ortiz, Luis Guanipa, Ludwig Espinoza, Jesus Bastidas, Leonardo Bernal, and Brett Wisely. Got some nice numbered stuff here across the back row. It's Luis Reyes out of 150 for the White Sox. It is Joseph Zoletta out of 50 for the Blue Jays. I've got Jorel Ortega out of 99, and 2 of the biggest booms that you can find in the run. It's Linus Celestin, 46 out of 99 for the Seattle Mariners, and Ethan Salas, 184 out of 299 for the Padres. Congrats to those that went boom, and Mike, enjoy it. Big old mail day coming, just like the last one we sent you today. Thank you so much. We're going to stop and save. We've got probably Spectre Immaculate something up next.